Hey there, Sean Bailey, the Sales Funnel Nerd, and welcome to this video today where we're going to get into building out some of our webinar funnel. Today we're going to do the landing page or the webinar registration page as it's known in this funnel here. So I'm going to cut over and we'll jump into the builder here and whip up a quick one and show you how easy this is. Okay, so I'm going to call this webinar test. So after I've given a name, I'm just going to create this funnel step. Nice thing is we've got a group together here, and all I have to do is just go to webinar and then registration. And we can see we got a whole bunch of really great looking templates to use. Let's go with something, let's go with bright orange here. Why not? So we'll select this template, and then I'm going to customize this. There we go. So free webinar, the nice thing is I can just click in here and edit certain elements really easily. So I'm going to change this to SeanBailey.com. Of course, if I need to add anything, the great thing is I just have to click on a little plus sign underneath to add these individual elements, right? And I've gone over these before, but you can see as far as all the stuff that's in here, but really there's certain ones you're going to be using over and over as far as throwing in like an image or a video or a button or a headline or some text or something. So it's super easy to use and manipulate. That's why I love this as far as the editors that are out there. I've tried a bunch of different stuff, and so far this one's still the big winner. So anyways, so as far as this, now I've got like a preview video maybe that I've already set up here. So I'm just going to go grab a video URL. So this is how easy it is as far as manipulating or using any type of video, right? Like if this element wasn't here, I would just click and then go to video, boom. That's how easy it is to add like a video player, right? So as far as configuring it, just click in here and I'm going to change this to YouTube. I've already got my YouTube URL, so I just paste it in here. You know what, I'm going to have this autoplay. So when they land on this page, the video is going to start playing immediately. The controller is going to be on, branding. We'll go with no branding on this one, and we're not going to block the pause. So I don't need anything else as far as anything fancy. I like the black border on that, so that's it. I'm done. So I'm just going to save that just to keep my changes. And I'm not going to worry about the description right now. Be a conversion boosting, and let's go with sales funnel, of course. Sales funnel machine. Be a conversion boosting sales funnel machine. Let's see, maybe I don't like this element here, so I could delete it. Or what I like to do is to go into elements and then manage. And the nice thing is each element is in a list here, so I can go, and when I hover my mouse over it, it'll just go and automatically go to that element, even if it's off the screen, right? If I go to the very bottom, if I go back to the top, there we go. And it just automatically centers and does it nicely for you. So as far as that little subhead, so I know it's a subhead, but if I would need to go find it, I could just scroll through. I see it highlighted there in blue. So instead of deleting it, I'm just going to hide it because maybe I want to, later on in a split test, I'm going to try having that subhead in and see if it changes anything because I want to test that feature for whatever reason. But that's it. So I'm going to leave all this here. Sales funnel boosting machine. Now, of course, there's just me putting it on, so I am going to delete this guy. Goodbye, Jim Johnson. And here, I'm going to change this to me. And we'll say sales funnel master, because I'm humble. We'll keep this. This sounds like the right date that I want to go with. And I would just go in here and just update as far as what we're going to learn on this. So I just have three main things I was going to cover for whatever reason. Say it was only, two things I could go and just turn off or delete this element and just have two things. And then that's about it. So here we need to configure as far as our button. This, we would have it set up to, as far as set action, it looks like this one's set to, do we have a pop-up? There we go. So when they click the button, it's going to show this pop-up right here. So all we have to do now for this is just configure this button after it submits the page and just say that we want this to submit the form. Is just configure, make sure that we've configured our integration here. Essentially all we want to do is capture their email address, routing them to our email autoresponder, the same as we would if we were capturing a new lead, right? So for them, we want to have some type of reminder sent to them, their email, some type of maybe an item on the page that'll add it to, we saw with that little widget there to add it to their calendar, something to remind them. But essentially that's it for how to design a page. You just need to configure, customize the message a bit, choose your own time and custom time and date. I like to include multiple time zones as far as what you saw there on the webinar funnel outline. And that's about it. Go ahead and jump in and start playing around with the webinar editor or with the web page editor and start building your own webinar landing page, because this is how easy it is. And I will see you in the next video.